Yes, it has no sound effect anymore. Yay! Hello, everyone. This is Rob. What is on here? Hey, Mom, please turn that down. 5 days. Ouch. Okay. Huh. Okay. So. All right. Right. Radio. Pretty empty around. Dead quiet. Anyone around? Hello. Oh my. Yeah. Finally got the doodinging fixed, which is good. That's good. Hopefully everyone can hear me, kind of, sort of. Can everyone hear me? Hey, VSIN07. How's IAE treating you? Oh yeah, no worries. You're good, man. It's just, yeah. It's good to see you, though. Definitely. Trying to get back into the swing of things myself. Really. Doing good. Holding out till payday. Hopefully, I get some things paid off. Yeah. You know how it is. Plus, unfortunately, we have some rough weather moving in, and yeah, it's gonna be fun here for a few days. We have a winter storm moving in. Fun times, fun times. Yeah, definitely. It is rough, especially when you only make around 1,100 a month. Money is real tight right now. I'm currently having to live with another family member who graciously gives me room and board. So, well, I'm currently going to school, trying to get a career actually started. So it's kind of one of those things. Yeah, fun stuff. Yeah, the computers and stuff. Yeah, that's right. My dream job, if I could have it, I'd be working with computers related to the space program, you know, NASA, Blue Origin, SpaceX, something like that. You know, something super technical, really far down the road, like 5 ish years from now or so. At least it's what I'm hoping. kind of the ballpark I'm looking at. Yeah. Ooh. Huh. Why is Access 086 not showing up on YouTube? Kind of odd. Oh. Kind of odd. Okay. Whatever. Yeah. A lot of technical stuff, that's for sure. Indeed. A lot of people have to know it because if they don't, well, yeah. It's just how it is. Mm. Oh, yeah. It's a challenge. I totally believe it, too. Challenges are what make life worth living? Yep. Sure do. Ugh. Hmm. Does. Ugh. Right. Well, they do have larger size ones. From what I understand, they do have larger CubeSat sizes now. I think they're called eight sats or 12 sats. I think they're a lot bigger buses. They're more specialized for more. They're like mid-size. They're like small to mid-size satellites. Mom, you need to turn that down a little bit. Sorry, I mean I don't want my stream to get copywritten. That's some copywritten music. Sorry. She's streaming certain music groups that get my stream flagged. Kind of funny. Gotta love parents sometimes, VSIN. I think it's an 8U. I've seen 8Us come up. So that means it'd be 80 centimeters squared, maybe? Bus, which would be pretty big. Or maybe it'd be a bit bigger. Yeah. So that'd be an 80 centimeter box. So that'd be about 4 feet, roughly. I know my math's a little wrong, but it's large enough to put certain good instrumentation in. Also, the launch cost. You're forgetting that too. The launch cost? Yeah. The bigger something is, the heavier it is. The launch? Oh, it includes the launch cost. Okay. I didn't know that. Hmm. That's good to know. One of the ones I wish they could do is like a light orbiter to Mercury or Venus. But that would take some real engineering to do. Like for Venus, you would need a sun shield at that size, right? Because I think the temperature, I think this temperature is very hot near Venus, but it gets even hotter near Mercury for orbital operations, if I remember straight. Like Mercury and Venus, they get really hot on the sunward side of the planets. So, in order for them to function in orbit, right, you need to build them out of materials that don't overheat easily. Yeah, just like the Jupiter probes, I guess, right? Yeah, you got a point. Yeah, they are. It's very high for our solar system. Yep. Mm. All right. Yeah, it is. A lot of people don't know that, but it is. Yep. Higher than the deepest parts of our ocean. Rarest material in the universe. No, I don't. I actually don't know. Carbon? Maybe? Material. It's an interesting question. No, carbon's actually pretty common. I take that back. Wood. Wood is the rarest? It's kind of interesting. Yeah, it is. Why is it so rare? Oh. Wood is the rarest oh, you said material, not uh atom. I'm sorry. So what is the rarest material in the cosmos? That's very interesting. Hmm. Mm. Darn it. Okay. Yeah. I wonder if even plants would be of woody fibers. We don't know. Like a lot of plants on some planets may have such high winds that really, like, like, what is it? Grass like plants might be more common, you know? things that stand up well to the wind. Trees tend to break under high winds, you know. Even if we do find planets like Earth, they may not have trees. Well, yeah, it's a big universe, and you know that, man. It's a big universe. Very big universe. Oh my gosh. Huge universe out there. Oh yeah, it only gets bigger. Hmm. Huh. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I've heard that one too, but I don't think it'll be for a long time though. Thankfully, right? Some people have said the estimates for the Big Rip are another 10 billion years or more, even with current expansion. Mm. Yeah, can't wait to see what the next couple hundred years of science yield. I hope we get fusion. Know why? Fusion is going to unlock so many doors. People are like, oh, it's just an energy source. Well, if people have read The Expanse enough, Sin, you know that fusion. Oh, yeah, cold fusion. And that's a good one. Helium 3, right? Helium 3 fusion? That's the one you're talking about, right? Helium 3, not hot fusion, but yeah, it's all technical. Do you know if we had a space rated ship that had a fusion reactor, we could send a manned mission to Proxima Centauri and they would arrive there in 20 years or less. The crew would be able to stay alive in a normal, you know, bit, right? And you're like, well, why go to Proxima? Well, there's 3 planets there. Proxima is D, B, and C. 3 planets around a red dwarf sun. And there's a Neptune or Saturn mass planet around Alpha Centauri A. Did you hear about that? Candidate 1. It's in the habitable zone of Alpha Centauri A. Dude, literally, the galaxy's literally going to be on our front door in a few decades, not centuries, with the development of fusion. People just don't understand that. A medieval society, yeah. Honestly, I think the modified Drake equation compensates for that. We may be the most intelligent species around for like 50 to 500 light years. I'm leaning more toward the 500. There probably are other pre industrial civilizations within 100 light years of our sun, but they're pre industrial, like medieval. You know what I mean, VSIN? We wouldn't know they're there until we arrive in orbit. We wouldn't even know they're there until we arrive in planetary orbit around the star or planet. Greetings to everyone on YouTube today. How are you? It does. It's hilarious. Prime Directive does come to mind, unfortunately, which means don't interfere until they develop space travel, you know, or some level of space flight competency, because we don't want to influence their development, you know. As much as it makes me upset saying that, we would have to abide by the rules of the road, you know. Some level of it. Her? Yeah. Apparently Streamlabs got mad at you. I don't know why. It's kind of funny. That's kind of funny. Oh. That was kind of funny, though. I mean, I'll admit it. That was funny. Cool. You're fun. Well, we're chestnuts roasting around an open fire, don't you know? Ugh. I'm kidding, of course. Shut the door, please. You're very funny. Well, maybe ish. Mm. Chatters from who? Oh. Got a unique chatter from who? Possibly. Maybe. Oh my gosh. Hey, what's up? Dark Side? Long time no see, man. Hadn't seen you in a bit. Hey, V-Sin, I don't know if you met Dark Side before, but he's an old friend. He's been around the block a bit. He's over on YouTube. Hey, it's the most reasonable campfire I found. I don't know of any fires that work non-atmo, guys. Come on. I did fix the beeps, by the way. What are you doing? Wait. Mm-hmm. Mm. This is true, however. It's good to have a jumping community for once. Uh, yeah. All right. Hmm. By the way, we have some changes that have happened in my Bar Citizen group. Apparently, we're getting some sort of organization with Bar Citizen. I don't know the full details yet, but they're wanting to consolidate, it looks like to a degree, into multiple regions. I don't know the whole details with it yet. I'm just along for the ride. You guys know what I mean. But I am a coordinator for one of my bar citizen groups here in Oklahoma City. So I'm they're not wanting us to close our state bar citizen chat, but I think we are probably going to eventually shift more toward a unified platform philosophy for the regions. I don't know if that's the case now or yet. I have to reach out to whoever's running Bar Citizen to find out. So if you guys are involved with Bar Citizen, you might know more than me. Probably. I'm just along for the ride. So if I find out more, I'll probably let you guys know. Yeah. So how are you holding up, Dark Sided? Hopefully well, I hope. Not update. I am views. Sprinkles. You see two here. However many is on. Well, oh, that's weird. All right. Okay. Yeah, I got a Perseus finally. Well, I've had one for a while, yeah. Made sure I had it before the price jump. And good lord, what a jump. Yep, I made sure to get one dark sided. I think I bought it in Invictus. I can't remember. It's been a while. Let me see. It went from 5 or 6. It went 675 to 800. I mean, it went up a lot, dude. I'm not melting this package now. Uh-uh. Oh. Yeah, they definitely upgunned it though. It's a lot more powerful than it used to be. They went from size 7 guns to size 8s. The thing is a monster, a mad lad monster. I mean, it can broadside Perseus Polarises pretty easily with one shot. And even Idrises are fair game from a distance. A group of 2 or 3 Perseus can take on an Idris. I didn't think there'd be anything this early that could take an Idris. But apparently it can. Pretty easily, too, in a group mentality. If you had a pack of these, it's pretty deadly against. Yeah, no worries. Be right back. Smoke break, yeah. Dude, I wouldn't recommend anyone buy it unless they have, like, some way to upgrade cross chassis, slowly to it. No outright buying. If you outright buy it, you're dumb, in my opinion. Do, 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 do. Lately, I've been playing a lot of Dragon Quest 1 and 2 remastered and a few other games. Yeah, just trying to, go through the old stuff that really been putting off. Okay. All right. Ugh. Yeah. Crazy stuff. Let's see. Still can't believe it's noon already today. It's the day before Thanksgiving. Man, where'd the year go, guys? Seriously. The year just feels like it flew by. Hmm. So, okay. Hmm. It's fun. Figured I'd ask. Anyone buy anything this year? I mean, there's a lot of very interesting stuff on the eShop, the retail shop this year. I had to use a lot of credit this year from things that I had to melt down. Let's see. While I'm talking about space games, has anyone played anything else besides Star Citizen lately? Like, oh, I don't know. Um, Sins of a Solar Empire, No Man's Sky, any of the newer Elite stuff, you know, just things in general. Super curious if you've played anything newer or are going to over the holidays. Gotta remember, variety is the spice of life. Kinda, wow. Okay. Nose. Huh. You back, dark sided? It's a curious, man. Excuse me. Well, okay. Right. Hmm. Well, okay. Oh. Hmm. Sorry, I'm being so quiet. It's been one of those days. Ugh. That's a good question. I wonder if Castro will be out late next year. Like super late, like almost 2027. You know, like not even quarter 3, like a quarter 4 patch. We get Castra as an extreme late patch. You know, like into 2027 to prepare for the arrival of Terra. Got to remember, for 1.0 Terra, Terra needs to be ready, and so does Castra. They're not out yet. They could be, but they're not yet. Oh, I'll deal with it later. I'll deal with that later. Normally, I don't want to think about such things, but yeah, it is curious. If we're going to get Castra at the end of next year and maybe not this year. Okay. 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 Huh. By the way, gift subs, if you're giving me a gift sub, are 35% off on Twitch today. Let me see. If you're just gifting one bundles of 5 or more, yeah, it's not too bad. Just, you know, don't feel like you have to do it. I'm not asking you to just, if you're within your means to donate to my cause, please do. I appreciate it. Hey, Garrett, what's up, man? Let's see. Oh, shoot. Dang. Okay. Yeah. Sorry, guys. We're talking Turkey Day stuff. We're having to make some adjustments this year because of reasons. I'm not going to get into it here. Sorry. Apologies, guys. Kind of private. I wish I could get into it, though. Kind of embarrassing. Well, I can say that we lost a family member last year. We're basically in rebuild mode, and my twin brother, yes, okay, thank you. Yeah, he was 39. He had some major health issues, and unfortunately, he did not survive. So, it's been a hard year, relatively. I don't like talking gloom and doom, but he was a good guy. I kind of wish he was here too. He actually funny story is, he actually wanted to get involved in Star Citizen. He told me several times, and his favorite ship actually that he had seen was the Drake line, which I'm sure a lot of you will appreciate greatly. He likes the rough edge and the the utilitarian look. He loved the utilitarian look of the Drake line. Can't say I disagreed with him much on that. Nope. All right. Oh my goodness. I will tell everyone that I am intending to do some more of my local traveler series. There's some areas nearby that are cool to visit. So I am intending to do that as soon as I can. Okay. I'm fine with that. Who's on YouTube? I'm just curious. I see somebody lurking, but nobody typing. Hello? And they're gone. It's funny. That was funny. Well, crap. Well, before I finish up for today, I'm going to play at least a new video. Let's see. Leave that up. We are going to do the last 4 or 5 videos for Star Citizen. We're going to start with the Drake Clipper, which is a awesome video. Yes. Video capture. Window capture.
Mining, salvage, cargo, piracy, and a whole host of combat roles.
There we go.
From large capital ships which require a huge crew,
oh my
down
gosh,
to the single player
everything
fighters,
hurts.
with more coming online over the next year. There's a lot of players that specialize in each of those roles, and there's ships that are dedicated to those roles. But there's also a lot of players that sort of don't want to be put in a box. And they just want to leave themselves open to whatever happens in the verse. We refer to this as the generalist playstyle. We have a few ships that sort of fit into that role, such as the Cutter and the Corsair. We felt there was an ideal space in the middle to introduce a new ship, and that's the Drake Clipper. The Drake Clipper is the jack of all trades, the master of none, really.
So it's the Jared spaceships.
It's terrible.
It's Drake's answer to the ship that does a little bit of everything. And it's really there for the person that wants to go out, explore, but without needing to bring along friends. It is Drake's solo ship for the person that just wants to go and see what the universe has to offer.
The Clipper is that silhouette that everyone has been hankering for from CitizenCon 2024, the large, vertical, multi-positioned wing Drake ship.
We had a few different ideas that we tried, and we ended up with one that was very thin and narrow that CR quite liked, and we saw it as like a stepping point between the Cutter and the Corsair, as like the middle ground between those. It just looks straight. You look at it and you know.
Very little has changed from the concept to the final ship. I think some parts of it we had to like stretch and make smaller or make bigger, but it was very easy to work from.
So really you just copied Late's work?
Oh, 100%, yeah.
From the outside, I think the first thing you kind of notice when you walk up to it is just how tall it is. The role we wanted it to have, we wanted it to be able to do loads of different stuff, but we wanted to keep it within a really small solo footprint. And so what we decided to do was build on its height.
I love its like top profile it has.
Oh,
where you can probably see the difference in shape of the wings. I think it looks cool.
The shapes, like there is a lot of angular shape in the design. In the side we have 3 thruster and big twin engines in the rear.
It makes it seem so brutish because it's so simple. It's just massive engines shoved on wherever they could find them, and it doesn't matter what it looks like, it's just big and it goes.
There's a bit of weirdness to it. It's got that Drake thing where it's not symmetrical, it looks a bit ungainly and weird, but I really like how it's all come together.
The Caesar mechanism of the lift features a pure industrial, functional approach. It's very cool to see it in a ship.
And despite its utility, it's no slouch in the offensive department either. Typical to Drake, it comes with full size 3s for its actual weapons, as well as a number of missiles to fire at your opponents.
So going up the ramp, you enter into the cargo bay, and that is literally the bottom floor of the ship.
The ramp is go down in the front side, and you can see in the side where ramp is joints a really nice details, fans and some very big hydraulics. And in the cargo, in the ceiling, nice detail there, really nice pipes and a lot of greebles there. It can hold 10 to 12 SCU.
The biggest box you can get in here is realistically a 2 SCU box, but it's really ideal for single 1 SCU boxes. Then at the rear of the cargo room is the ladder up to the mid deck. At the top of that ladder, you enter into the lower sort of engineering component room area.
I think engineering for me, it makes it feel hot, it makes it feel sweaty, it makes it feel like there's a lot of stuff going on to make it function. And I think we've kind of captured that quite well in engineering. I think there's a lot of subtle movement going on. We tried to make it kind of as immersive as we can so that when you're in there, I think the lighting complements it, the movement complements it, you know, the audio complements it. It feels like you're in the heart of a machine.
Yep.
The engineering deck is split between 2 floors because of the narrow shape of the ship. The only way to the top deck is a ladder. We couldn't get the components down the ladder. So we've implemented basically a fun little trapdoor in the engineering room that you move the components through with like a tractor beam. There's a big clunky lever that you pull and the trapdoor just swings open, so don't stand on it when you pull the lever.
And then going forwards from that, you enter into the medical bay.
It's Drake's take on what a medical bay should be. If I'm honest, the inspiration from it for me was more of a sort of like a butcher's room.
It has got red wine-colored floor. It looks very heavy duty and like industrial.
And a lot of people were a little bit like, do we want a med bay to have a red floor? Because normally, you know, medical bays they're clean, they're clinical. But for me, you know, Drake's take on a medical bay is there's a bit of blood on the floor. Well, I wanted it to feel a little bit like it was somewhere you'd use as a last resort rather than somewhere that you'd be happy waking up.
The club has a tier 3 medical bed in the med bay.
This is great for healing minor injuries as well as short distance regeneration.
It gives you that little bit of a safety net, truly making it one of the best ships for someone to fly in the role.
You then have a room that is dedicated to the crafting machine.
Although the feature isn't online yet, you'll be able to make stuff on the fly while actually inside the vessel. And obviously, with the fabricator integrated into the actual ship itself, it isn't a case of choosing whether you want more cargo storage or the fabricator. You get the best of both worlds.
The habitation
hey VSyn, welcome back.
Care about luxury or comfort. You'll see too much exposed mechanical components, pipes, wires, and no frills in general.
And then at the very top front, you have the traditional Drake cockpit.
Welcome,
featuring
Mook.
Very angular designed cockpit glass and a sort of seating dashboard setup you'll be familiar with.
It feels quite contemporary. There's a lot of push buttons, there's a lot of glowing lights.
Hang on just a second.
It's got like that kind of
I'm having
like
issues with
CRT
this
screens.
computer
You just
in
want it to
particular,
feel
but
quite analog.
yeah, we're gonna take a pause here in about a minute. Yeah, I'm hoping Castra does come along, guys. Mainly because, yeah, it's
a wonderful panoramic view thanks to its large glass cage.
I remember when we were doing the concept, it was kind of like an early idea, and we were umming and ahhing about to like where we wanted the cockpit to be, and then as soon as we saw it up at the front, it just kind of worked.
It's a Drake ship, it's always a fan favorite. The detail and the interest that we get to do with Drake means that they're always great fun to actually work on them.
Very happy with it. It's another great Drake ship that just sort of adds to their lineup, and when you look at it, you can tell it's a Drake ship.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
I'll leave that up to you to decide whether that's a good thing or a bad thing.
Yeah, do you know, I'm going to say it, and I think it's my favourite ship this year, but no offence to any of the other ships that we're doing.
yeah. All right. Had to be AFK for a bit, had to feed the cat. Well, welcome back. Good to see you back, Mr. Sin. Oops. Oops. There. Sorry. Sorry. I'm back. There we go. Okay.
There's a lot of
Yeah, I don't know what the deal is. It's on a mobile setup, so it might have been. Yeah. Unfortunately, I've been using a mobile setup. It's currently the only way for me to use all 5 of my transmission channels. I'm going to try to work with it later this afternoon to try to get them all hooked back up to my main computer. That way I can transition back from it. It's kind of annoying because my main computer's a lot better than that, but yeah. I am attempting to work on several things, so. I am attempting to work on several things, so. like I was saying, this is on a mobile setup. This is not hooked up to my main computer. I'm basically using this as my information center at the moment while I get my main computer hooked back up. So, no gameage on this guy, unfortunately, but hopefully I'll be able to get my main machine back up and running here in a bit. Been kind of kerflippity for some reason when it comes to stream elements or whatever I'm using. It's been kind of weird. I don't know what's going on with it. Honestly. No worries. I tell her I said hello. She I totally understand having to deal with the missus. That's okay. It's all good, man. I'm for the longest time I had this dinging noise going on with my stupid software. I finally rooted out that problem, as you can see. I can post something and it doesn't ding all the time. Thank God. I think it only does alerts when people give me money or subscriptions or something. So, yeah, that's about the only time it does that now. And welcome to everyone over on YouTube. Thank you for stopping by. Hope everyone's doing well the day before Thanksgiving. Okay. You need to be nice to your wife. Come on, man. You're going to be sleeping in the doghouse at this rate. Oh my lord. You're... Oh, jeez. I needed to laugh this afternoon. Holy cow. So did anyone buy anything this IAE? I have to ask. Did anyone buy anything? I bought a couple of things, but most of the stuff I bought was with credit. And only credit. For good reason. I had a lot of credit left over and some upgrades that I could use. So I didn't just, you got one of those tiny RSI ships? Good choice. The Salvation is actually a good idea. You know what it reminds me of, though? It reminds me of an Elite Dangerous, guy, what is it called? Sidewinder. It reminds me of an Elite Dangerous Sidewinder. The sheer box shape, it really does. It reminds me of an Elite Sidewinder. I just can't unsee it now. Definitely imagine loading up with a C2 with them. Yeah, like little trash scowls. Yep. Definitely a cool idea. I agree with that. The Clipper or the Ox? Ox. I think you mean the Ox. No, the big box with a hanger in it. Oh, the ironclad. Maybe the ironclad? Yeah. You got an ironclad. That's a good ship. Yeah. It is perfect. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, the BMM, the dream of many a cargo hauler, and the curse of many a shipwright. You know? The poor BMM, God rest his soul. Oh my gosh. The poor BMM. That poor ship. I swear, if we never get the BM, it's a team killer. Yeah. I swear, if we never get the BMM, I'm going to be mad. And a lot of people are going to be mad too. I'm just saying, because it's such a good, it's a big old ship. It requires a lot of foresight to run it. Yeah. That's one. Cool. Yeah, the BMM. Yeah, the BMM's said the cargo bay, etc. Yeah, I hear ya. It really does make it sad that it's gonna get a redesign. But we kind of knew it was gonna happen when like half the team went bye-bye. Partial, that's what a lot of people assume. It's getting a redesign. It probably is because the team that was working on it quit, or they they moved on to a different project, which sucks. I'm not happy about that. I actually had it in buyback as a pledge for a while. Makes me kind of angry too. Yeah. I think it's in your best interest not to melt it, because if they ever do start production soon, VSIN, they're gonna up the price massively. Guaranteed it'll be a $1,000 ship. In my advice, keep it unmelted. That price will go through the roof. Like massively. Yeah. I wouldn't melt it. It's not a good idea. If anyone tells you, you melted it, you'll be fine, I'll be like, no, you won't. No, you won't. Because there's no telling how much it'll go up. No telling. Yeah, they did. They showed it at the convention in 2022, 23. They did explain it. Oh, Possibility Studios. Who followed? Thank you for the follow, Possibility Studios. Hear a sound. Yeah, it'll be somewhere about 8. I'd say 875, maybe. Would be a fair. Yeah, I think that's a good guess. More than likely. Hmm. Ow. Terrible. Either way, it'll be an interesting situation to follow going forward. I know that. Let's just simply sit back, wait, and see what happens with it. Like everything else. Huh. Hmm. Man, I just hope we get something constructive out of the next year. We'll see. I mean, it's like anything else, you know. This year has been kind of a surprise. I think a lot of people were expecting a lot less this year, but we got a lot more than we thought we would. You know? In my opinion, we got more than we thought we would. Yeah. Nyx being anywhere in development is a huge push. It's not complete, of course. Castra's next, then Terra, but still a UE system that's right next to Terra. See, the reason Castra's next is it's a border world with the Xi'an. And then we loop to Terra, which is connected to like 3 out of the 5 systems. I forget. Let's see. Terra is connected to Stanton, Castra, and a couple, and I think maybe Pyro too. So it's got like 3 connections. So it's pretty well connected. So yeah, I'm super excited about all that. Either way, Terra will be in short order. Xi'an space is pretty close to us. I think the nearest system is something. Let me look it up. Hold on. Castra. Oso? Is it Oya? I think it's Oya. Okay. This is the nearest Xi'an system. It's connected directly. Let me see if I can get it to what do you call it? This is connected to Castra near Terra. There we go. Oya. Oya is a former Perry Line system. It's a United Empire of Earth system, though. But there is a Xi'an settlement in there. So that would be a, like, transitional area. And then we have, let me see, what's connected to Oya? I don't know if they'll give us Gurzil. Gurzil's not really important. That's a UE system. I think we want Elaith. Eleth. This is it. This is the closest Xi'an system to us. Eleth. There it is. There you go. Hope that helps, VSen. There you go. Yeah, no worries. I understand. It's all good. Yeah, it's yeah, interesting. Yeah, that's for sure. Ooh, man. Who are you hoping for? Trident Systems or something like that. They're making beam weapons. Trident Systems. I don't think I've ever heard of them. Hmm. Very interesting name, though. Okay. Right. Hang on just a second. Sure. Go ahead. I'm not sure the stupid computer will like it much. Trident Attack Systems. Yeah, I should be able to look that up. Arme Laser Beam. Okay. Hmm. Interesting name. Arme Laser. Yeah. That's cool. Hang on just a second. I'm back. Sorry about that. All right. All righty. Yeah, I'm back. I don't know for how long though. I have to hit the store this afternoon because it's the day before American Thanksgiving and shopping's going to be insane here in a bit. And it's already 1:30 and all the traffic's going to be insanity in probably about 2 hours. I've been ordered to get Cool Whip, cherry pie, and pecan pie. A sword and axe and battle armor. And a battle yell. Right? And a battle cry. I. That's all I can say to that. May the odds ever be your favor. Yeah, about that. Oh, it will be. Oh, trust me. This man, when he knows he's had enough, and he goes home. Yeah. This bro, when he knows he's had enough and he's experienced enough for the day, it's homeward. Homeward bound. Hmm. But yeah, I'm hoping for some interesting stuff. Oh, Space Engineers. Yeah, the new update. Have you been following that too? It's good looking, man. Yeah. I've been meaning to ask somebody who actually plays. Yes. Big smiley face. Yes. Where is it? Mm-hmm. Oh! I still have one video to do. I'm sorry. I forgot. VSIN? Hey, VSIN. I forgot. I have one video left to do. You can even print them on the fly. Yeah, cool. I have yet to even get deep involved in Space Engineers. I need to, but it looks fun. Hang on just a minute. I'm gonna here. Yeah, no worries. I was going to show you this last video because it's worth it. It's the PDC truck they came out with for Star Citizen. Yeah, a mobile PDC. I don't believe it. They actually came up with a ground vehicle that's useful. It only took them 10 years. You gotta see this. And it's very useful. Let me show you. You're gonna love this. So. You're gonna dig this, bro.
This we introduced the Greycat MTC, which is the first in the family of ground vehicles from Greycat. The MTC was designed as this sort of utilitarian, all-purpose rover-style vehicle that allows two players to just bomb around the battlefield, exploring, storage on board for whatever they need, and then as well having mission storage boxes on the back. So really, it was a ground vehicle capable of doing the majority of our ground vehicle roles. And today we're introducing the MDC, which is your Mobile Defense Center. The MDC is the ultimate ground support vehicle that you can take into battle.
It's designed to give you that little bit extra protection.
There's no vehicle that's better to support your team. The first thing you're going to notice when you see the MDC is the PDT on the back, and Point Defense Turret. The PDT itself is new. It's a ballistic Gatling version of the existing bearing point defense turrets we have elsewhere in the game. Obviously, being a ballistic, it has finite ammo, so this will need to go back to a location to reload. But the trade-off for that is that it has an increased alpha damage, so it is more useful against shielded and armored targets.
So the reason we decided to put a PDT on a ground vehicle was because when you have events like Jumptown and people are there loading their ships and getting other bits and pieces, you're very vulnerable to attack, giving them a different means to actually defend themselves or if they're on the road.
The PDT on the MDC is swappable. So that means you can have the missile variant, the Gatling variant, and the laser variant. The missile and the laser variant is now available in 4.4 within in-game stores. Driving the MDC.
Can I just say, friendly A2 bomber coming in? Meet my little friend.
Around is very much like driving the MTC around. Its handling is almost identical. It's capable of getting to places the MTC is capable of getting and can be carried in the same sort of vehicles as the MTC. But whilst you're driving around, the PDT is automatically engaging threats against you as a player, whether that's incoming ordnance
I have 6
or
of them
ships.
on mine. Yeah,
But as an added bonus, it is also very useful as a base defense mechanism.
base defense.
You can park this vehicle up,
Possibly?
leave it there, and then it will continue the same role of defending against targeted ordnance and ships whilst you're outside the vehicle.
The exterior is a mix between utilitarian and minimalistic. We wanted to find good balance between those.
The MXC is a really nice chassis to work with. We thought about the different variants when we were designing the base chassis.
07 Lady Space Patrol. 07.
And I think it lends itself really well. It kind of leans into that military idea of they don't want to be making everything from scratch. They want parts to be serviceable, they want them to be interchangeable. We've tried to keep the overall silhouette of the vehicle and its overall size as close to the main chassis as we can, but then when it jumps into action, the turret lifts up on this big platform that is very well supported, very, very strong, and it gives a little bit greater visibility, not only of the sky, but also of the surrounding area. You can see the engineering that's gone into it, and I think it's really successful in conveying what its purpose is.
The interior is based on the teenage engineering design rounded corner and bolt buttons.
As soon as you walk in, on the rear wall, it's all of the components. So everything you need to make the vehicle drive, everything you need to make the vehicle function.
My favorite part of interior is those two weapon racks next to each other, and just open the door, access to weapon rack, get the gun, and go back.
You've got your fire extinguisher, and then you're straight into the cockpit, straight into driving it around and blowing things up.
I can definitely see these being used a lot within the universe, especially at things like Jump 10 style events or the DMR rally, where there's always a threat of incoming ships ruining everyone's fun. Or causing everyone's fun. Suppose it depends what side you're on.
It's my first ship vehicle that I worked on it from scratch, and really amazing concept from Sam.
We really have a good time designing it and finding ways of putting everything together, making everything fit and worked within the constraints of the vehicle.
This is the second vehicle in the family that we're showing, and I think you can see that commonality between the two existing ones. And it just adds that extra utility, which I think is very useful.
And we're off to the MFC next year for crafting.
It's for someone that wants to take those extra few steps just to ensure that something's looking out for them, that something's protecting them.
So what happens to the person who gets 30 of these and lines the top of their 890 jump with them?
That person feels really safe.
Oh my lord. Yeah. That's crazy. I will admit, that is a crazy, crazy thing to do. Woo, man. I mean, oops, sorry. Hold on. But yeah, that's it's very interesting to see things like that come into the game. Building sites, construction sites, like if you're building a base, they're going to be better defended now by things like this. Going forward, I can definitely see the use for something like this. A reason to invest in maybe one or two of them. But yeah, it's been really interesting. Lads. What was I gonna say? I wonder if we're gonna get more variations of the PDCs. Maybe down the road. We'll have to see. Kind of hope we do. Yeah, you have a great Thanksgiving, Vicen. You have a good day. Appreciate you stopping by. Glad you could catch me. Yep. Okay, so yeah, I gotta get to the store. Unfortunately, I don't want to go anywhere, but it's 1:45. I'm gonna raid somebody while I have people around. Let's see who. Raid good old Pete. Piss Poor Pete. I'm gonna raid him. Good friend of the channel. Give him a follow if you're not familiar with him. He's pretty cool. See you later, guys. 07, everybody.